Dear Davido and Wizkid and Burna Boy and Rema and everybody, let me just say this real quick, because as too often at the fights, all of us they catch cruise with the situation, but the truth remains that we must be deliberate to save our Afrobeats. Okay, history has it that a lot of generals don't come, they don't go. Now we go be the first general where they go accept for the world. All right. There was a time it was reggae music. Not reggae, basically, the rubber dub. And before you know, all the rubber dub artists, them, Bounty Killer, Beanie, all of them begin fight each other, and their generals suffer. Before you know, when they're supposed to build structure, they don't build them. They do individual stuff. Before you know, American artists like DJ Khaled come begin sign reggae, rubber dub legends or reggae legends, whatever they choose to call it. It happened even when the British guys like Craig David came in. It was a solo stuff. They didn't build back home, and America took over. You guys understand that, especially hip-hop, which is what all of us from Africa look up to for abroad, because now black people like us, they run out. When Jay-Z was popping heavy, DMX was popping at the same time. Guess what they did? They coexisted. They realized that we need to gather our fans, gather them, and that's what the Drakes and the Kendricks, they enjoy today. Super Bowl with the Dr. Dre performed last year, or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't know how, when that thing happened, but it was Jay-Z that facilitated that stuff. You see, say cooperation, now they make rice, they full pots. Even in Nigeria, Ajegule music was popping at some point, and before you know, not one single Ajegule legend today is on top of the game. It's simple. They're supposed to gather themselves that time, but we don't hear of any known beef. But later we begin hear one or two side talk that, this one, no, they agree with this one, this one. That's what happens when you gather broom together. It go sweep clean. Once that broom scatter, if you even pick one single dirt from the floor. You guys may not understand what's happening now, but Afrobeats is resting on your shoulders right now. So it's only right that you guys understand this thing and use it wisely, because there's nothing wrong if three of them are going. They talk this thing like play. Before you know, it was our time some years ago. Do you understand? Even Ghana, it happened to Ghana. There was one time where we say Nigerian artists needed to feature Ghanaians, where the likes of Tic-Tac, The Rain, even the group VIP, two Baba will be our king that time, featured them. Because they were popping, not because we loved. No, that's not the truth. Because we know even South Africans, they were popping at some point. I remember when Mode 9 went to South Africa, it was because hip-hop as at that time was in South Africa. Oh yes. So where we dey cry, make we still dust our eye to see front. You understand me? Forget all those level of, I'm not an Afrobeat artist, I'm not an Afrobeat. There's nowhere you go for the world today. Now Afrobeat they go use quantify us. It's not a crime. You understand me? And I've said this countless times. When you go for interviews, forget me, discuss us. Because our problem is we have to sit at the table. All right? It's sad that we don't have arenas back home where we can do proper shows. And I can understand it why some of them go look saying, I won't perform for Lagos. By right, the way we are doing now, we have to sell out Surulere Stadium. But the Surulere Stadium is nothing to write home about. Security-wise, everything. Government was supposed to put hand for the thing safe. The Jones is resting on our shoulders right now as Afrobeat artists. Okay? Let's make it work so that we don't go regret, because whether you like them or not, if this thing slip come off our hand, we go regret. I saw an interview that Davido did, and he said it's just a handful of us that is selling out the Madison Square right now. It shouldn't be so. To be honest, the guys were there under Una. they collaborate. Ruga and BNSN don't do them. You know, Odumodu Black and Charlie Poppy has done theirs. There's nothing wrong. I don't know what they give mindset to say, oh, the division, this thing. You see this fan base where the ginger, so if three of them come together, so the power go different. Imagine outsiders, Wizkid FC, Davido FC, packed together. We won't contain them. Una no need to do 30 cities. No. Do America. That's in Madison Square. Do O2 Arena for UK. You understand me? Go France. Do one auditorium. And before you know, everywhere go to pop. Afrobeat artists will be introduced. All right. Shout out to King Bado. You know, for putting his back down for others to climb. And shout out to you guys though. You know, like I said, we just the carry talk. Shout out to all of you. But one thing is certain. If we don't grab the big cake right now, now crumbs will go begin chopping, no go take. None of you now. And I repeat and I say this with all respect to you guys. None of you guys will be at the top forever. You know, and at the end of the day, the question would now be, when it was our turn, what did we do? Okay, we have institutions. We get headies, we get a lot of other stuff. All you got to do, even if you don't go show up, don't badmouth it. Just, you know, Grammys. You can't take that away from Grammys. They've been here for a long time. But let them not be our deciding factor. Let it not be our criterion. And I say, oh, who has won the Grammy, who has not won the Grammy? It's good for the bucket list. But when you stroke that bucket list, the question now will be, what is next? Imagine the level of excitement when Wizkid announced that him and Davido will be going on tour. And people come out rightly to say, this tour not going to happen. Were they right or wrong? Eventually, they have been proved right again. So, my prayer for you guys is whatever it is that is bothering anybody. Because I see a lot of people say, oh, Wizkid lost his mama. That's why he's going haywire. Truthfully speaking, some pain they will go, you know, get choice than to just unleash them. But to whom much is given, much is expected. All right, the only thing we need from this thing, not togetherness. Eventually, not for now, not the pop now. What will happen when you stop popping? There's a guy from China where people go Gangnam style. Where's the guy today? No level. You understand me? Imagine if that guy pop, that guy carried the, what did they call them for their back? The whole Chinese artist. It for makes sense. You get one guy where they call R&B True from France that time. When sing East Coast, West Coast, that guy was popping. We don't hear any other French artist we go haywire like that. America, with all due respect to them, don't have the best musicians in the world. They just say it and we believe it. And so, I also understand each other. Whether we like them or not, we not go always settle. But there's timing for everything. Once again, Davido, Wizkid, Burna, Rema, everybody, forget playlist. Impact is more important than playlist. Shout out to everybody who's doing it, who's putting Afrobeat on the map right now. But we can't do it individually. We can never. Take a cue from Akon. Akon has seen everything in America. But one time Akon begin come Africa, they look for artists, they collaborate. You don't see something. I hope we see it too. And I want to say God bless you guys for what you guys are doing. Thank you for giving us joy when the government fail us. So many things to cry about Nigeria. But where you go no say entertainment strong. Fuel price they go up. 12 at the quarter, we leave fuel price, begin discuss una. There's nothing wrong in that. It simply shows that you guys are the one leading the pack right now. But you must understand that there was a time where everybody thought that the band was going to win the Grammy. Oh, he's rolling with Kanye West now. He just did a song with Snoop Dogg and all that stuff. It didn't happen. But will we say he has not made impact? The answer is no. But so the thing is this. We have tried this solo. We are still doing solo. I hope that you guys see this video and understand where I'm coming from. All right? Shout out to people like Jimmy Jazz, who is doing his best every day to remind us that some OGs there will not crack this can of warm open before. All we need to do now to gather our hook together, sit down, catch plenty fish, rather than for us to catch one fish, take a do sardine, chop and finish. They look up. No human being is an island. I just hope that this message gets to you guys. Once again, shout out to everybody. The beef, the natural thing will happen. They happen even for the America where they talk now. Nas and Jay-Z, Pac and Biggie, they get it wrong. And their legacy died, whether we like it or not. Any human being will don't go, and another person will control in wealth and all. So shout out to you guys once again. Let's take this Afrobeat situation right now and build on it. From back home, respect our media. Respect them. Respect our media is key. You understand me? Nobody fit tell our story past us. Nobody fit shape our narrative past us. At some point, people felt like, oh, I need to sing in English for it to work. You guys broke that barrier. Shout out to Two-Face Dibia. Shout out to Dipan. Shout out to Jazzy. Shout out to everybody. Banky W's and the rest. You Bliss, Vector the Viper, Rugged Diba. All of them nice. Shout out to these guys. The baton rests on your shoulders right now. The question is, how long can we sustain it individually? I rest my case. I greet all of you now.